Let's talk about some more music that's going to come up on this playlist. I'm going to play Green Day, another big name coming out of San Francisco. And I'm going to play their track Minority. This comes from their album Warning, in which this year's the 25th anniversary of the album release of Warning, coming out of Reprise Records. The band includes Billy Joe Armstrong, who's the guitarist, lead vocals, and also we got Mike Dirnt, who's on bass guitar and backing vocals. We got Trey Cool, who's on the drums, and he plays accordion at times. The three of them make up Green Day. In an interview, Billy says that the song is about being an individual and how you have to drift through the darkness to find where you belong. So that was his thoughts. And I guess being a minority could be that, because the idea is that if you're a minority, you're not as powerful. You have to look up to the majority. And majority, sometimes it might be mean to the minority. They vote on everything, or they pick at you, they bully you. If they're being mean, if the majority's being mean to the minority, bad things happen. However, maybe being minority ain't so bad, because maybe that means that you're not a bully. Maybe while you're the guy, if you're a minority, you're the one that has to fight and struggle for everything, which maybe the majority, they're teaming up to make everything better for themselves. So there's a deep philosophical idea that's presented in Minority, because I feel like you should love who you are. I know people maybe who have extreme ideas, you say the word minority, is like, all those people, oh, people take it, a little bit extreme with that, with the idea of being a minority. And Billy in the band Green Day, they're trying to say that it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It just means that you're not as powerful. But while you're not as powerful, you have to fight. You have to believe in yourself to make yourself powerful. You do it for yourself because no one else will. And I think that's an interesting thought for this song. The next song I play in my playlist, it's Rancid. And this is their track Ruby Soho. And of course this comes out of their third album, And Out Come the Wolves, which came out in 1995. The idea of Ruby Soho, I guess this is about a woman, a particular type of woman. This is a woman who loves to party, and perhaps this is the type of woman that goes to ska concerts. They just love that. Maybe they drank, like I mentioned, they like to party. So basically, this is Rancid. They're paying tribute to the party girl in the ska scene. I got a lot of good, what you call independent do-yourself bands on here. One of these bands is California Honey Drops. Of course, I played their track Bye Bye Baby. This band features Leech Wrzinski, Ben Mollament, Lorenzo Loria, Beaumont Balahue, and Janos Johnny Bones Lustig. And of course, this video was made by Hope Art Media. This is a nice, fun video that they make, because it kind of depicts having a good time, at a nice little home out in the valley of San Francisco. As this was filmed right outside of San Francisco. And it's nice that you can see, it's a nice little window view. You can see the country sky. And of course, the band, the Honey Drops, they're joined by a bunch of their friends to make this recording. So it's kind of like a super recording, if you will. And of course, this was mixed by Jacob Lacali. And here's the thing, their name, I'm more intrigued by their name. The California Honey Drops. I just want to get a big thing of honey, a bottle of it, just squirt it in my mouth, because this name makes me hungry. Maybe that's the idea. They're so sweet, they're like drops of honey. So that's the meaning of their name. So that would be on the playlist. Also, on the playlist is another independent act. Of course, San Francisco has a big hip-hop scene. And there's a few that I think sounds good. I think it was good enough for this rendition of my playlist. But this is a guy named Caleb Parker. But you know him by his street name of Collaborate. So it's not collaborate. It's similar to that word, but it's collaborate. He combined his name with the end of collaborate to make up a new name of sorts, collaborate. But he did a track called They Don't Really Know, but it's in initials, which is TDRK. He released this just 3 months ago before this recording, where it's produced by The Senses. And it's a very simple video. Like maybe he's at his house, or maybe he's at someone's house, but it's a split screen. Like the first half of him rapping, he's on one screen rapping, while the other one's just chilling out. But then he stops rapping on the first screen. The second screen Caleb, he starts rapping while the other guy's resting. It's like they're like they're two people. They're rotating their raps. One rests as the other one is active and rapping. So it's a nice little idea. And this was a very do-it-yourself video, very low budget. But I really like the sound. Like, I could listen to this and feel good about life. And of course, he talks about his struggles. They don't really know, because that might be true. They don't really know what you're going through. They don't know you personally. He can talk to you. And he deals with that. Being in the rap game in San Francisco, Caleb Barrett, he deals with the struggles of trying to make music, making people happy. So that is on the list. And then one more song that I will talk about that is on my playlist for San Francisco. And they mean a lot to me. This is one of my favorite classic bands. Sly and the Family Stone. Their track Everyday People, coming from their album Stand. You gotta say it with excitement. It's Stand. Of course, their core lineup, Sly Stone, includes his brother and singer-guitarist Freddie Stone, sister and singer-keyboardist Rose Stone, and on trumpet, you got Cynthia Robertson, and then on drums, you had Greg Erico, and the saxophonist was Jerry Martini, and the bassist was Larry Graham. Now, with Cynthia Robertson and Larry Graham, they are both born and raised from Dayton, Ohio, which that is the home market for my show. As I live close to Dayton, Ohio, I live just right outside of it. As we actually have a funk museum, Hall of Fame, that's in Dayton. Funk music was big. Now, of course, Everyday People. The reason why Stone wrote this is that he was talking about the racial divide that took place in the 60s. This was released during the Civil Rights era in our country. Of course, the catchphrase, different strokes for different folks, became really popular because of this song. And so you could say this recording was a product of its time. And it was only it was like the early 2010s they actually made a music video for this. There was no video. As a lot of classic songs, when they came out the way they did, there wasn't really a music video as a vehicle. You had to rely on radio and people buying albums. But once again, with emerging technology, there's a lot of ways you can do music now, release it. And Sly and the Family Stone decided to make a music video for this many decades after it first came out. And a lot of things that appear in the music video, it was the brainchild of Sly Stone. But he made a lot of references to things that he likes in culture, things that got his attention. I will point out one thing that appears in the music video that you can see for yourself. But for about 3 seconds, there's an animated clip of bones dancing around in like a forest. They're bones that are alive. But yes, that is a reference to the Grateful Dead. As Sly Stone and Jerry Garcia, they respected one another. They had a good friendship. And that was them paying tribute to the Grateful Dead. Of course, that music video for Touch of Grey, it's mostly Bones playing a concert, of course, before the real band takes over. So that was a nice little tribute, nice little callback to something we played earlier. And Sly, he's still alive and well as we do this recording. And you know what? The legacy of his music is kept alive by the people that love funk music, especially in Dayton, Ohio. And then one of his big tracks was Everyday People. So you'll hear from that in the music video that came along many decades after he released the song. Very interesting.